Hey, here's some of the science behind psychedelic-assisted therapy. This is going to be a whole series because there's a lot to talk about. And today's video is about the default mode network. Modern neuroscience has shown that psychedelics such as LSD, psilocybin, and ayahuasca work to significantly reduce activity in the brain's default mode network, or the DMN. The default mode network is an interconnected group of brain regions that are associated with introspective functions, internally directed thoughts such as self-reflection and self-criticism, and are very intimately tied with everyday normal consciousness. A more simplistic way to say it is the default mode network is the collective brain regions that help us have a continuous sense of self. You can think of the DMN like the neurological correlate of the ego. So why is it therapeutically helpful to have lower activity in the default mode network when we're having these psychedelic-assisted sessions? Well, it's been found that the default mode network is particularly overactive in mental health conditions such as depression, anxiety, and OCD. In other words, an overactive default mode network can lead to overthinking, being hypercritical, and having rigid thought patterns that's hard to get out of. While this increased entropy or chaos in the brain can be helpful to destabilize some of those old patterns in people that have overactive default mode networks, it can be dangerous and too destabilizing for those on the underactive side of the spectrum, such as those that are predisposed to schizophrenia. There's a lot more going on in the brain here, which is why this is going to be a series. Because this work is naturally destabilizing, I do not recommend doing this work outside of an ethical and safe set and setting with a trained professional. Stay tuned for much more in this series.